welcome to jimigsanomaly, the podcast. This episode features John Cain, who is an industry specialist in automotive electronics hardware, software, and software development. John is also the singer and administrator of the J2C Detroit Blues-Rock Band, which will be the focus of this podcast interview. So sit back and enjoy the discussion. And now your host, Jim Lazak. Welcome to another edition of JimiG's Anomaly, the podcast. We are honored to have in our studio today, John Cain. John, welcome. How's it going?
Just great. Thanks so much for having me, Jimmy. Pleasure.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. We're honored to have you here. So let's get on with the interview. Where are you from?
That's a good question. Excuse me. I was born in Kansas, but grew up most of my life in California and Virginia, Southeast Asia, Mexico City. I'm a Navy brat, so moved around quite a bit, but I've lived in Detroit for 40 years.
Nice. Which out of those places that you've been to, Kansas City, California, Detroit, did you like best?
I'd say most strongest affinity is probably for Virginia, and I think that's probably because that's kind of like middle school and high school and college, and just great memories from. It's a beautiful place too, mountains and ocean and fairly decent weather too. I highly recommend it. California coastline's pretty cool too.
Oh yeah. Well, of course, right? Yeah. It's a shame what happened in California.
Are you talking about the fires?
Yes, the fires. Yeah. Where in California were you at? San Diego?
No, I was in Long Beach for several years, and I was also in the Bay Area in Alameda.
So you grew up in Virginia?
Well, California bounced back and forth. My dad was in the Navy, he's in the Pentagon, and or he was stationed at one of the military bases on the California coast.
Okay, that's interesting. So this show is, focused on music. So how and when did you get into music?
Okay, another interesting question. I took piano lessons when I was 5. My mom kind of forced me into that one. That didn't take. Then in college, I wanted to learn how to play guitar. So some of my roommates taught me. Bought a old 71 Epiphone 6-string. I still have it. That took for probably a couple of years, and then no focus on music other than entertainment for all the way up till 10 years ago. At age 59, I went to a software engineering conference, and there was the entertainment that evening was karaoke. Got up on stage only because I saw one of my colleagues just torturing a Pearl Jam tune. So I said, well, I've had a couple drinks. I can certainly get up and torture a song. I got on stage and I sang James Brown's Sex Machine, did a little shuffle dance with it, and I got off and I got mobbed, and people are coming up to me saying, man, that was fantastic. How long have you been doing this? And I said, doing what? So anyways, the leader of the conference said in his German accent, he goes, yeah, John Cain, you will do this in Stuttgart, Germany in 6 months at our next conference, and maybe another song or two. And
no pressure, right?
Yeah. So I said, whoa. As soon as I got home from the conference, I told my wife, I said, hey, I'm taking singing lessons. And she goes, I'm in. And I said, cool, we'll do it together. So took the singing lessons, and then I started taking harmonica lessons. And within about 3 or 4 months, I was playing in some of my friends. They invited me. They said, hey, come out and play at our little acoustic duets, and then even some 5-piece rock bands, harmonica and singing. Kept on taking singing lessons, and I met the guitarist of our band, Jack, who's an outstanding guitarist and a great singer as well. met him, and we got an offer, or I got an offer through a recital club I was in, and they said, come on over to Dino's in Ferndale, or maybe it's Royal Oak, and we'd like to pay you to get up and sing and play your harmonica. And they said, bring a CD backing track. And I said, boy, that sounds boring. So I asked Jack, and he said, yeah, he'll join me. And then I had a friend who was a drummer, Chuck, and he joined me. And then it just started from there. And that was like about 9 years ago. And it just kept going. We started getting more gigs, did some recording, and just took off, and it was a blast.
So that basically is how the J2C band formed?
Yeah, exactly. And then we brought on new members. It was Jack, Chuck, and I, and then we got Andy, who is a bass player and outstanding saxophonist and great bass player. He switches back and forth. We got a rhythm guitarist, and he jumped out. Chuck left. We got a new drummer, and then I was playing harmonica at the time, but I was basically just a check mark, a chord hack on the harmonica. So then, out of nowhere, we just got this gift from God. He kind of fell in our lap. A young kid, I think he's 19 at the time, absolute virtuoso. Cale is his name. So that's where we're at today.
It's pretty cool. So what type of music do you guys play?
It's we call it blues rock. So it's I would say it's kind of the bluesier side of classic rock. So we cover Stevie Ray Vaughan, ZZ Top, The Doors, and we do some straight up Delta kind of blues like Muddy Waters, John Lee Hooker. So that's kind of our self-titled genre of blues rock.
Nice. So you are basically the harp guy in the band, right?
No. This is a good story. The way that Cale joined our band is they knew him, some of the other members knew him from working at the same music shop, and he showed up at one of our gigs. I had no idea he was going to come in, and I'd been playing harmonica the whole time. So he shows up, and I go, hey, guys, who's this guy? And they go, his name's Cale. And John, just let him join in on the harp. You'll like it. You'll like his harp. So during the sound check, this was at Uptown Grill, and one of our bread and butter establishments we play at. So during the sound check, they go, okay, John, sing. I blah, 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 do some singing. And then they go, play your harp. I played it, and I'm just kind of like going up and down the scale. And they go, second harp guy, do your harp. And this guy sounded like John Popper meets Magic Dick, all over the thing. And I just took my harmonica and stuck it in my pocket. And from that point on, at every J2C event, there's no point for me to pull it out. It's, he's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know, Magic Dick is the harmonica player for the J Giles Band. And who is the other?
John Popper is the harmonica player and singer for Blues Traveler.
Great. So where else do you play? Where are your typical venues?
Okay, so we play all around southeastern Michigan. We play outdoor festivals. We play indoor restaurant, bar, music venues. Some of the gigs that we've got coming up now, the next one is in Northville at the Marquis Theatre. That's April 12th. We've got a Milford Memories Outdoor Festival. We've got an awesome gig at an industry gig in my industry of automotive electronics. So we're the entertainment for this big conference. So it's going to be fabulous playing, for all my industry colleagues. Let's see, some other places. Well, Uptown Grill is our bread and butter. We've got several gigs booked there this year.
But before you move on to the other places,
yeah.
I want to focus on this gig on April 12th. I have the contact info on the screen.
Yeah.
Give us more information on how people can come out and see that gig. It seems like a pretty nice...
Yeah, it's It's got to be one of the oldest buildings in downtown Northville. It looks like when you walk in, it looks like you've been transported back in time 100 years. The seats are, the shaped wood folding, seat part, 400 seats plus, big stage, giant wood stage, curtains. I think they probably go back and forth from performances to movies. Mm-hmm. So, and right smack dab in the middle of the downtown section, right near Main and Center, which is downtown. So, we play at 8 o'clock, and the tickets are available through our J2C page on Facebook, or you can hit me up with my email, or contact the Northville Theatre.
Great. Excellent. So I'm going to put up on the screen here an image of the band from left to right. Who are we looking at?
Okay, so you've got our awesome drummer, Steve, who's been playing in bands, I've got to believe it's close to 45 years plus. Andy is right next to him. Andy is our bass player and saxophone player. When he moves over to the sax, Cale, the guy with the blonde curly hair, moves from harmonica over to bass. So Andy's a professor of music at Western Michigan University out in Kalamazoo. Me in the center, Cale, our awesome harmonica player, and then Jack, who's our guitarist and vocalist as well.
Nice. So do you have any published songs?
Yeah, we've got 7 songs that are published on all of the platforms, 4 originals. I wrote and sing 3 of the originals. Steve, our drummer, wrote and sings one of the originals. And then we've got 3 twisted covers. So they're old standards, and we just put like a different spin. Like we do House of the Rising Sun, but we do it kind of to a swing beat.
All right. Well, we have a song we're going to play. It's called Grand River. Tell us about that.
Okay. Grand River is a song that I wrote about driving into the city, and there's certain areas like any large metropolitan area where you got to be a little bit cautious and keep your head on a swivel. So I'd had a couple of incidents in the city, kind of scary incidents. So it's just talking about heading down into the city and be careful, keep your eyes open. But it's a fantastic intro to Andy, our sax player.
Excellent. This is Grand River, the J2C Band.
Down Grand River Avenue, right around 8 Mile within 2. Girls galore, finting on to somebody gonna make you black and blue. Headed down, going nowhere around. Yeah, we're going down. Down Grand River Avenue, have the 42 now, how about you? Let's turn around, head west, come on, let's shoot. I won't miss this place now, no hoo-hoo. Headed down, nowhere around. Yeah, headed down. If you head east, you better watch your 6. It's not too late to protect your chicks. You better learn how to hustle and glide. If you don't learn, you're gonna lose your hide. Headed down, ain't no way around. Yeah, we're going down. down Grand River Avenue. Boys and girls now, let's be true. You can't stop for a minute to tie your shoe. We all know what we cannot do. Headed down, you know there's no way around. On the way, hear what I say. Down Grand River Avenue.
Very nice. Very nice. John is a industry specialist in automotive electronics, hardware, software, and software development. What I think is really cool is that you have this hobby of music while also you have been, you've been a applications engineer at Western Gear. You were a director of automotive at Philips Semiconductors, vice president of automotive at Siemens Microelectronics, which is now Infineon.
Correct.
And the VP of marketing and sales at Vector Cantech. And now you have your own consultancy, 3IS.
That's correct. It's been a fun ride, and 3IS is rocking and rolling. So it's kind of like in life, you try to keep all the balls up in the air, and everything banging on as many cylinders as you can, and everything seems to be banging away really nicely right now.
Yeah, I imagine the autonomous vehicle and the EVs are keeping you busy, right?
Oh, man. EVs, that's the bread and butter now. So, the big buzzwords now are AI and SDV, software-defined vehicles. So we're working on multiple projects in those domains. Nice.
Very good. We have another song, Swirling in the World of Technology, your official music video. Some pretty cool graphics there. Tell us about that.
Yeah. So I was trying to sync my iPhone to my PC, and it just kept failing, and it was driving me nuts, and it was reminding me of software downloads that don't take properly, and it was driving me nuts, and I said, I got to write a song about this. So that's what this is. But what was really cool about this one is a friend of yours, mutual friend of ours, Jimmy from Automotive Electronics, is not only a musician and as his hobby, but he's a graphic arts wizard.
Let me guess. Does he play slide?
He plays slide. He used to be in the Vistones with you.
Yeah. That was our company band.
Yeah. So anyways, I wrote out the storyboard. I mean, we recorded the song a year ago, more than a year ago. But I wrote out the storyboard for this music video, and it was all about the J2C spaceship approaching a planet and then beaming the song down to the planet, and then it's all robots inhabiting the planet. And Bill came up with these incredible graphic representations of the robots and a lot of great ideas. So
let's take a look at his graphics and your awesome song, Swirling in the World of Technology.
Just drench my keyboard with a can of soda. If you flash wireless, it's called for photo. Hook up your registers, flash and rail. Ethernet, baby, fast as you can. Sync my cell phone to my PC. Swirling in the world of technology. We're gonna tweak those parts, eliminate white noise. Gonna be fun for you girls and boys. To you programmers, Python or C, cloud storage, swap A to B. Sync my cell phone to my PC. Swirling in the world of technology. tearing out my hair. Computer repair, emergency, your service is needed desperately. Sync my cell phone to my PC, swirling in the world of technology.
Swirling in the world of technology.
Yeah, all right. Are we swirling?
We're swirling.
Are you swirling?
We're swirling.
Am I swirling?
Swirling.
Oh man, my PC is crashing. My damn PC, it's crashing.
System is rebooting.
Bill had designed it so it looked exactly like the Death Star. And we've got, originally we got in trouble with this song. Spotify threw it off because it had a tiny little Pac-Man sound at the very end. So we got a copyright infringement. They took it down. So we had to remaster just for that one little, blip at the end to pull it out. So at the beginning of this video, Bill had the Death Star, and then I think it was actually Jack said, boy, you think you had problems with the copyright infringement on the Pac-Man sound. Disney, Star Wars, whatever, is going to come after you big time for using their Death Star. And I went, oh, hell yeah. And so I said, Bill, you got to redesign that spaceship. And he turned it into that, it looks like a tube of aluminum foil, and it's just beautiful, man. I just love it.
One of the things we didn't get to finish on was the clubs that you play in, and I want to also reiterate that you're playing this gig on April 12th.
Yeah. No, I mean, anybody listening want to come down and jam, hang out, party with us, we'd love to see you. So, again, April 12th, Northville, Marquis Theatre, Saturday, start at 8 o'clock. Come on down.
If you're interested, and I hope you are, you should go to that site and check it out, or go to the theater site, and that's in Plymouth, right?
No, it's Northville.
I'm sorry, Northville.
Yeah, it's northvillemarquistheatre.com. And if anybody wants to reach out with me directly, it's my first letter of my name, J, Cain, CAIN, the number 1, at mi.rr.com.
On the screen right now, we have one of your promo pics.
Yep.
And is that the current saxophone player there?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. On the Grand River, that was one generation, a group. I got to update that image. It had Anthony, our rhythm guitarist, and the place at KO playing the harmonica there. Mm-hmm. So, anyways, but that one's the current group.
Great. Well, we're out of time.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you were able to come on the show today. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, man, Jimmy, thanks for having me. It's a pleasure, and what fun.
Yeah, thank you so much. And, well, we'll see you next time on JimiG's Anomaly, the podcast. You have been watching JimiG's Anomaly, the podcast. We'd like to thank John Cain of the J2C Detroit Blues-Rock Band for being on the show. Music for this podcast is provided by JimiG's Anomaly Music Project. If you are an artist and would like to appear on the podcast, please shoot us an email at the address shown on the screen. We'll see you next time on JimiG's Anomaly, the podcast. Have a great day.